Okay, audio and movement test first. It appears to be good. Alright then. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper, and I'm here with my streaming of Secret Game Killer Queen. Last time we had, the group got ambushed by Nagasawa after they found the gun, and Nagisa received an order to kill Soichi by the end of the game. Reika sacrificed her life to protect Soichi and, injure Nagasawa, and so they headed up for the 4th floor. Once they got there, they found that, several people disappeared off the map. Nagasawa was most likely killed by Tezuka and Takayama, while Goda appears to be in some sort of central control room where she's trying to supply Tezuka and Takayama with a sniper rifle. And as we left off, basically now, without Goda around, Soichi's group has no choice but to come into contact with Tezuka and Takayama, who are hostile against them, and see what they can do from there. So when they left off, Tezuka and Takayama were hot on their trail, and so they hold themselves up in the room, prepared to meet them head on. So that's where we're going to continue to leave off, and here we go. Okay, here we go. Soichi's group surrounded the two entrances and exits to the entrances and exits to the room with the furniture they found lying around. Soichi's group hid themselves behind it and kept an eye out for the other entrance and exit where Tezuka and Takayama will be coming through. Since Karin and Nagisa weren't suited for physical labor, they barely just made it in time. They managed to get the barricade set up before Tezuka and Takayama arrived. Soichi, those two will be here soon. Good thing we made it in time. Now we don't have to worry about suddenly getting shot in the back. We can relax a little now. Soichi approached one of the barricades as he remembered Reika. How Nagasawa had attacked them while they were distracted by the gun they'd found. How Reika had died protecting Soichi. I won't be having any of that ever again. Soichi, Nagisa, I don't want you guys to end up like Reika. Karin must have felt the same way as she looked up at Soichi and Nagisa and said that. We made this thing so it won't end up that way. Huh? Soichi pounded on the barricade behind him. Well, yeah, but... Soichi, Karin's worried about you dying for our sakes. Nagisa gave a helping hand, and Karin gave a reluctant nod. Up to now, we've only had to deal with knives and pistols, so we've been fine. Now we've got stuff like this rifle, don't we? Nagisa touched the rifle Soichi was shouldering. You tried to protect us the way you have up until now. You might die next time. But... But even so, there's no way I can just not protect them. Right? Soichi was bewildered. So you need to be more cautious so you don't end up that way. Don't go approaching danger. Soichi smiled. Nagisa smiled at Soichi. Got it. I'll be careful from now on. Yes, very good. Karen smiled a little when she saw Soichi and Nagisa's conversation. Karen, it's not going to go that way this time. The two that are coming are probably the most dangerous in this game. Soichi stood up and glared at the door that Tezuka and Takayama would be coming through. These two were dangerous people and may have been responsible for taking out half the people here. Just because they had a barricade didn't guarantee their safety. But maybe we can end this without fighting. I should stay calm, don't panic. Soichi scolded himself. Reika, huh? A thought came to Nagisa's mind after she heard what Karen had said. It was the one way to ensure that she wouldn't betray either Soichi or the organization. If I die like Reika, then... Nagisa had no intention of abandoning Soichi and Karen. But the organization had ordered her to kill Soichi before the game ended. The only way to satisfy both of those outcomes would be to give up her own life before the game ended. That way she wouldn't betray Soichi or the organization. Then Soichi wouldn't get killed and her family wouldn't be in any danger. If Fumika helped out, Karen could even save her sister. Everything would be wrapped up in a nice bow. But I can't tell Soichi that. He'd definitely get mad if she told him. He'd get serious and tell her about how she should be go back to her family. She could easily picture him saying that. She was also a little proud of herself for thinking that way. Nagisa. Nagisa was so caught up in thinking that she didn't notice Soichi call out to her the first time. Nagisa. What is it? She looked up at the second time. It's not just me. You can't go dying either, you hear? You've got your family waiting for you. Soichi, there was probably just a natural follow-up to the conversation they'd been having. But to Nagisa, at this moment, those words were like a miracle. Yes, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, Soichi. I'll be fine. Hold on a second. Yep. Soichi, I swear. Nagisa desperately held back her tears. Now he knew the truth about Nagisa. She was entranced by his concern for her, so much that she could hardly take it. Hey, Soichi. If I was just an ordinary woman, if my hands weren't stained in all this blood, would you love me? The words she couldn't say spread through her mind. Hold on a second. To Nagisa, Soichi was becoming a one-of-a-kind person to her. But at the same time, a sorrowful outcome also awaited. Tezuka and Takayama showed up shortly after Soichi's group had finished their preparations. Oh, well, look who we have here. Decided to get up on running, Mitsurugi? It was Tezuka who first appeared in the room. Takayama was right behind him. They were armed with guns and knives, and they were also carrying a rifle. Takayama silently scanned the room and walked up next to Tezuka. We have no intention of fighting. Well, what a coinkydink. So, same here. Tezuka smirked. That smile made it difficult to tell whether he was being sincere or not. Soichi couldn't erase the dread he felt. Soichi. Karen crouched down next to Soichi with a concerned look on her face, and she called out to his name in a quiet voice. Soichi gave Karen a little tap on the head where Tezuka and Takayama couldn't see it, then continued talking. We just need one more PDA. If you'll lend one to us temporarily, we'll give you our PDAs, our removed collars, And, even the Joker. Then we won't have to fight. Once Soichi mentioned the Joker, Takayama, who'd been silent and expressionless up to this point, opened his mouth. You guys have the Joker? Yes. Soichi nodded seriously. Are you certain? Yes. There's no mistake about it. When he heard Soichi and Takayama's conversation, Tezuka spoke up in an exasperated voice. Whoa there, Takayama. Didn't I already tell you that those guys had it? Hold on a second. Now I have a guarantee. Look at this guy here, seriously. You don't trust me one bit? Tezuka held his head in an over-exaggerated fashion. Doesn't the same go for you? Yeah, got me there. But there was no humor in Tezuka's eyes. Neither of them was laying their guard down around the other. What's up with these two? They really managed to work together with a relationship like this? Soichi felt shivers down his spine when he saw the way the two of them interacted with each other. Can we really negotiate with them? And will we be safe? Now a new fear welled in him. Won't be a problem if I get the Joker. Then your PDA is the 2, Takayama? That's right. Takayama nodded, without hesitation. As long as they get collars, that's all that matters. Whether they have a neck attached to them or not doesn't make a difference. We already have one removed collar. Hold on. Well, ain't that perfect. Tezuka made another exaggerated smile. So that means all of us can get our collars off here without having to fight. Is that what you're saying, Mitsurugi? That's right. There's no need for us to shoot at each other at all. Soichi sweated from his brow as he carefully chose his words. He couldn't afford to let his guard down. The people in front of him had killed several people already. To be exact, there was also a possibility that they weren't. But even if that weren't the case, hold on a second. Even if that weren't the case, they'd sure have made the retaliate. Even if they hadn't planned on killing them, the retaliation had been severe. Soichi, they were killers through and through.
だが、俺は賞金にも興味があるんだ。お前らをやっちまって、それを増やすなんてこともできるんだよな。
I got an interest in the prize money, you see. If I waste you guys, then I'll be able to get more of that, you see? Tezuka looked at Soichi's group as he smiled. We need about 400 million yen. If you leave that much, behind, we can give you the rest of ours.
4億。今の生存者は7人。1人当たりが2億8500万。
4 billion, eh? No, 400 million, eh? There are currently 7 survivors. That makes 285 million per player.
お前らは3人だから8億5000万。4億引けば4億5000万。それを俺と高山さんで割れば。
The 3 of you, that'll make 850 million yen. If you take 400 million from that, that'll be 450 million yen. If you split that with us and Takayama, then I'm fine with that split.
ってことは、俺の取り分は7億と4000万ちょっとか。だがお前ら本気で差し出す気があるのか。そもそもその4億は何に使う？
Which means my share in the end will be 740 million yen, huh? But how do I know you'll give it to me for real? And what do you even need that 400 million for in the first place? Tezuka laughed as he put his hand in his pocket. With 400 million yen, we can afford treatment, the treatment for the sister of one of our companions. Tezuka's eyes narrowed. It seems he was trying to suss out Soichi's true intentions. Please, just accept these conditions. Soichi kept praying that over and over.
4億よこせって言わなかったら信じてなかったかもしれないがな。
If he hadn't said to fork over 400 million yen, they may not have believed you. Tezuka lifted his hands. It's only a little, but Soichi felt the air of menace coming from Tezuka abate a little. Then you mean...
いいぜ。その条件を飲もう。高山さんもそれでいいかい？
I'll bite. You've got a deal. You okay with that too, Takayama?
ああ、問題ない。
Yes, there's no problem with that. Takayama had kept his silence so far, nodded. Karin's face lit up. Now he's also nodded at Soichi. The mood lit up instantly in that place. Not even Takayama and Tezuka were exceptions to that.
でもね、そういう終わり方をしてもらっちゃ困るのよ。
Now, we can't just have an anticlimactic conclusion like that. And right after that, something unexpected occurred. All of a sudden, the room's walls opened like windows. It wasn't just one of them. All 4 walls opened. What's going on? Takayama was the first to react. he raised his lowered assault rifle. And the exact same time, large caliber machine guns popped out from the walls. Hold on a second. Alright, got it. It seemed the machine guns were automatically controlled, and they all simultaneously locked on to the people there. It was right then when the remaining people began. It was right then when the remaining people began to move. Four machine guns on Soichi's on the side of the room where Soichi's group was, aimed at the upper half of the aimed at Soichi, was standing up from the upper half of the barricade. The machine gun's rotors spun loudly, and it's gonna end up like just like Reika. No, just like Reika. When she saw that, Nagisa sprung into action. Then she stood up as if to protect Soichi from the bullets. Nagi! Soichi snapped out of it when he saw Nagisa cut in front of him. It's gonna end up just like Reika. Nagisa seemed satisfied standing in front of Soichi. She had a peaceful look on her face as though she'd been released from possession. She'd worried and suffered all this time. And finally the time to be released from all that had arrived. You idiot! Soichi turned to Nagisa and desperately reached his hand out. No, not just that. It was like he threw his entire body at her. Soichi! The moment Soichi grabbed Nagisa, Karin lunged for his legs. Dumbass! Soichi's pull, followed by the force of Karin's lunge, caused Nagisa to fall back in tandem. At the exact same time, the machine guns fired. Several of the bullets grazed Nagisa's hair, but none of them actually hit her. Soichi's group then fell in a pile inside the barricade. They'd literally gotten out of there by the skin of their teeth. If they didn't have Reika on their minds, and if they hadn't been being careful, then surely at least one of them would have been shot by the guns. Unfortunately, Takayama wasn't so lucky. Though he'd reacted faster than anyone else, he still hadn't been expecting it. Takayama aimed his rifle at the machine guns. He only managed to destroy one of them. And his other stroke of bad luck was that all the machine guns on their side of the room were aimed at Takayama. With nothing to protect him, the 3 remaining machine guns shot through his body like butter. The destructive power was so great that they easily smashed through the rifle he was carrying and the collar on his neck. In just the span of a single breath, Takayama was pierced with bullets, bleeding all over, and died in the blink of an eye. Damn it, a sneak attack? Not bad, Mitsurugi. Tezuka assumed that this was all Soichi's group's doing. Of course, Soichi's group was also getting attacked at the same time. But since he was so focused on the sight of Takayama brutally dying in front of him, they didn't even notice that. Didn't have the composure to notice. Sorry about this, Takayama. Tezuka took a look at Takayama, immediately decided that it was too late for him, and dodged at the least bit of hesitation. Then threw down everything he was holding. In this situation, getting away took priority over everything else. His quick thinking had proven true, as the machine guns, as by the time the machine guns pointed at Tezuka, he had already fled from the room. Once Tezuka had vanished from the room, the machine gun's rotors stopped moving. Eventually, the machine guns went back into the walls like nothing had happened. And with the sound of the walls closing, the room was wrapped in silence. Is everyone okay? Everything okay? Soichi held still on the barricade for a little while longer, but eventually, once he determined nothing was going to happen, he looked over from the barricade, checked the situation on the other side. He tried to look over. Soichi, it's dangerous. Nagisa tried to wrap her arms around Soichi's neck to stop him, but Soichi had already stuck his head out from the barricade. Looks like we're fine. Things that came out of the wall have gone back in. But they might come back out again, right? Karin looked up at Soichi as she laid next to Nagisa. If they come out, we'll just duck back in here, so we'll be fine. Soichin looked around the room. Is that Takayama? He saw some lying around near the other exit. He also saw several belongings around that appeared to have been his. His belongings had been pierced by the bullets, and their contents were scattered everywhere. We were just about to end this too. Soichi looked at Takayama with astonishment as his shoulders drooped.
宗一君どうなってる？
What's happened, Soichi? Nagisa got up and looked out from the barricade. Takayama's... Nagisa noticed it before Soichi could point at it.
残念だな。もう少しだったのに。
It's too bad. We were so close, too. Just what happened there?
多分残る一人の横やりね。
It's probably the other players that one other player's doing. Nagisa said that with a grim look on her face. She means the Game Master? Soichi quickly realized that. If they could kill people with traps in their collars, then they could also use the weapons in the building to do the same. They wanted to stop us from ending this without a fight. That was why the attack had stopped once Tezuka had left.
これで厳しくなったわね。
Now it's gonna get a lot harsher. Yeah. I doubt Tezuka's gonna reason with us anymore, is he? No matter whose fault it was, it didn't matter. Whether it was Soichi's group or someone else, if he'd been attacked while they were trying to negotiate, then the same thing might happen if he ever attempted that again. Soichi didn't think Tezuka would risk that danger. He tried to use more simpler methods to resolve this.
宗一君、気は進まないけれど、少し調べてみましょう。
Soichi, I know it's gonna be rough, but let's check him a little. Okay. Soichi and Nagisa then carefully approached the fallen Takayama. Though they already knew it, Takayama was dead. The bullets that shot through him like Swiss cheese had ended his life in a flash. His collar got off. Ironically, the bullets had destroyed Takayama's collar. This one looked like he was about to get his own collar off. It got removed in exchange for his life.
宗一君、ちょっと。
Soichi, look! Just when Soichi closed Takayama's eyes, Nagisa and Karen, who had been checking the belongings, shouted out to him. What is it? Soichi quickly ran over to the two of them. He already finished checking Takayama himself.
PDA よ。高山さんか手塚君のどちらのものかわからないんだけど。
It's a PDA, though I don't know if it's Takayama's or Tezuka's. There were two PDAs there. One of them had been destroyed by the gunfire, but the other one didn't have a scratch on it and was in working order. It was the two of clubs. It was Takayama's own PDA. Now we have 5 PDAs. We did it, Karin. Now we can remove your collar.
え
Huh? Perhaps she hadn't realized that, because Karin's eyes went wide and she stopped moving.
外れる
I can get it off? Karin touched her collar with an astonished look on her face. Soichi's ace, Nagisa's jack, Fumika's 6, Reika's 8. Now they had Takayama's 2. Soichi's group had finally collected 5 PDAs.
そうよかりんちゃん
That's right, Karin. Nagisa took Karin's hand with a beaming smile. She was happy as though it was her own collar that was going to be removed. Soichi felt the same. He'd saved Karin, and by consequence, Karin's own sister, Karen. That had been Soichi's goal this whole time. And now he finally accomplished it. Soichi was overwhelmed with joy. That's right, Karin. You can save your sister now. Filled with joy, Soichi unconsciously gave Karin a loud pat on the back. When she heard her sister's name, Karin's face changed. Right. Karin then gave a bright smile. Karin, use these to remove your collar and get to the lower floors. Huh? But Karin's face went stiff when she heard what Soichi said.
どうして私も一緒に最後まで行くよここまで一緒にやってきたんじゃない
Why? I'm gonna stick with you until the end. We've gone this far together, haven't we? It's not just your life we're talking here. You need to get downstairs for your own sister's safety as well.
でも
But... But Karin couldn't accept that, as she kept looking at Soichi and the PDAs with, bewilderment. She definitely wanted to save her sister. But she also wanted to help Soichi and Nagisa. Those thoughts were in conflict in her.
かりんちゃんかりんちゃんは下に行ってくれないかな
Karin, could you go downstairs?
渚さんまで私ってそんなに足手まとい
You too, Nagisa? Am I really that much of a burden? Faint tears welled in Karin's eyes. She was completely flat-footed by being told to say goodbye to Soichi and Nagisa right here.
違うのよかりんちゃん下にはふみかさんがいる私たちはあの人を置いてきてしまっただからかりんちゃんにふみかさんのことをお願いしたいの
No, you've got it wrong, Karin. Fumika's downstairs. We left her there. So I want you to take care of Fumika.
ふみかさんも私たちの大事な仲間でしょ
Fumika's one of us too, isn't she? Karin could say nothing to that. Karin herself had been worried about her all this time. About Fumika, who they'd left on the second floor. Karin unconsciously looked at Soichi as though seeking help. But unlike what she was hoping, Soichi didn't tell her to stay with them. Go, Karin. Go for us. You don't need to worry about us. You go and take care of Fumika. That's a job that neither of us can do. It's a task we can only leave to you, the only one we trust here. Soichi then turned the car and held out Takayama's PDA. Karin stared at the PDA for a while and thought.
分かった。
Okay, got it. But after about a minute had passed, she nodded and took Takayama's PDA.
宗一も渚さんもきっとまた会おう。死んだら嫌だからね。
Soichi, Nagisa, we'll see each other again, right? We won't die, right? Karin descended the stairwell to the third floor as she kept looking back at Soichi and Nagisa over and over again. With her collar off, Soichi and Nagisa, who were standing on the fourth floor, could see her slender neck even from there. Yeah, we'll definitely see each other again. And with your sister, too.
かりんちゃん、罠があるかもしれないから、通った道をそのまま戻って。
Karin, there might be traps, so go back the way we came.
宗一も渚さんも気をつけて。
Yeah, you guys be careful, too. The third floor had already become a forbidden area. With their collars still on, Soichi and Nagisa couldn't follow Karin. And that went for their enemy, too. Karin no longer had to worry about getting pursued by enemies.
ねえ、宗一、帰ったらさ、私と妹に何かしてほしいことはない？
Hey Soichi, once we get out of here, is there anything you'd like to do with my sister and me? Karin stopped at the landing and looked up at Soichi and Nagisa. Something I want to do?
何でもいいよ。それだけのことをしてもらったし、妹の病気が治ったら、宗一のとこに行くよ。
Anything's fine, it's the least I could do. Once my sister's been cured of her illness, we'll go see you. Karin's eyes were quite serious. Soichi didn't realize that she was serious about what she was saying. Let me think. Soichi cocked his head and then came up with a little mischievous thought. I know, Karin. Is your sister cute?
私より美人になりそうな感じ。それがどうしたの？
Yeah, I think she'll end up more beautiful than me. What about it? Alright, then I'm gonna marry your sister. When Soichi said that, Karin's eyes went wide with surprise.
嫁？
Marry? Yeah, it gets lonely sleeping alone at night, Karin. But once Soichi said that, Karin started laughing loudly. And the first time in a while, Karin gave an energetic smile. That's right. Karin's the kind of girl who smiles like this.
じゃあさ、宗一、次に会うまでに何か考えておいてよ。冗談じゃなくて、真面目なやつを。
The next time we see each other, Soichi, come up with something. Not a joke, but for real this time. Karin realized Soichi was joking. Well, without someone cleaning up, my room's kind of a bit messy. So I think the first order is we cleaning it, Karin.
それはさ、渚さんにやってもらいなよ、宗一。
You can have Nagisa do that for you, Soichi. Karin smiled a little as she looked at Nagisa. There was a slight twinge of disappointment on her face.
かりんちゃん
When Nagisa looked back into Karin's face, Karin returned to a bit of an amused smile.
じゃあもう行くね。このまま話してたらいつまでも行けそうにないから。
I'm gonna go now. If we keep talking, I feel like I'm never gonna leave. Karin then turned around. Shin jotted down the landing.
またね、宗一、渚さん。
Soichi, Nagisa, see you again? And with that voice, Karin faded from Soichi Nagisa's view. Good luck, Karin!
さようなら、かりんちゃん。
Goodbye, Karin. As such, but neither of them knew what kind of face Karin made when she heard their last words. Now they had virtually no enemies left. Soichi Nagisa made it up to the 6th floor easily. Tezuka showed no signs of chasing them, and the other remaining player was nowhere to be seen. The building was as silent as a tomb, as if all the chaos that had unfolded up till now had never happened. We're finally here. Hold on a second. I think, yep, I forgot to save as scene change. Let's just check the bet system now. Okay, there's Soichi, there's Sakumi, Nagisa, Reika, Karin. Huh. That's weird. Reika's showing red out and is reading error instead of death. So, something happened to her, I guess? I don't know. No, there's no way of telling, but it's really odd. Why error and not death? And even if she did, who could have killed her? I mean, she had her collar removed, so what happened? Why is it... Ugh, doesn't make sense. Takayama, yep, he's dead. Nagasawa is dead. Hazuki is dead. Go's still around. And Tezuka's still around. It looks like, and Karin's at 1.1. Seems like those who have removed their collars get their odds up here since they're almost guaranteed to win, although there's still whatever happened to Fumika to worry about. So, okay. Anyway, so we finally made it, huh? Soichi entered the non-combat area first, and turned around to face Nagisa and give her a smile.
長かったね、宗一君。
It sure was long, wasn't it, Soichi? Nagisa also smiled and nodded back. It was now past 6 p.m. on the 3rd day. 56 hours had passed since the start of the game. Soichi threw their stuff down and headed for the sofa in the room. He then sat on the sofa and sunk his back against it. Nice. Is it safe to assume that the game master won't try to kill Karin with the devices in this building? Soichi looked up at the ceiling like a slob as he asked Nagisa.
ええ、それは大丈夫。
Yes, there's no need to worry about that. Nagisa nodded.
そうすることで われるならともかく、今カリンちゃんを攻撃してもただあの子が死んでしまうだけでしょ。
It'd be a different story if that caused something to happen, but at this point, it would just simply result in her dying, nothing more.
単に勝たせないためだけにゲームマスター権限を使った一方的な殺戮は認められていないわ。ショーの前提を崩してしまうもの。
They wouldn't allow the Game Master to abuse their authority to do a one-sided slaughter just because they didn't want someone to win. That would destroy the whole premise of the show. Oops. Hold on a second. The premise of the show in the casino was to value the rules and regulations. Even though the Game Master had been given lots of authority, they wouldn't allow them to do anything that would take away the fairness for the customers of the casino. If they killed Karin without a purpose right here and now, then that would mean a great loss for those who'd bet on her. In the end, what the Game Master was ultimately allowed to do was manage the game balance and prevent a boring conclusion from happening.
実力行使はさっきのような無差別な横やりが限界。
Any use of force is restricted to indiscriminate interference like before. That's as far as you can go.
だから仮にカリンちゃんを追うとしても、あくまで通常のルールの枠内で追うはずよ。首輪を外して自分の足であの子を追うわ。
Even if they try to chase after Karin, they can only chase her as bound by the rules of the game. They'd have to remove their collar and chase after her themselves. Karin answered Soichi. She sat down next to him.
だけどそんな効率の悪いことをするよりも、今は私たちと手塚くんの方をどうにかしようとしているんでしょうね。 だから心配はいらないわ。
But rather than waste their time on something so ineffective, they'll probably be trying to do something about us and Tezuka. So there's no need to worry. Rather than chase after Karin, it would be more exciting to force some sort of confrontation between Soichi's Nagisa and Tezuka. Then they could take all the time they want chasing Karin if they had to. So in other words, they won't go after Karin as long as they won't go after Karin as long as we're alive.
正確には
To be,
サブマスターの私はきっと感情には入っていないわ。
to be more exact, as long as you and Tezuka are alive. A submaster like me surely doesn't factor into any of that. It's the same either way. Soichi sat up as he laughed and smiled at Nagisa. We've won. Yeah. It was long. It was so long. It took a long time, but I did it. Soichi was happy about that. Even though it meant his own death. With this, I've done everything I needed to. I've saved Karin and her sister. I've gotten you to a safe place. Now everything is... Soichi, tears welled in Soichi's eyes from the sheer relief he felt. Up until this point, tension, fear, impatience, and regret of his past had pierced his heart. But it all ended now and he brought Nagisa here. All we have to do is just wait here. Is do nothing and just wait here until the time comes. And when that time comes, Nagisa will kill me. And then it truly will be over. There was nothing more to get in our way. No one could keep Soichi and Nagisa from their victory. I did it. I finally did it. Are you watching me, Yuki? I did it. Now that they've been released from all his feathers, Soichi no longer had anything to regret.
そうだね。もう何もする必要ないね。
You're right. I don't do anything anymore. Nagisa smiled. She looked very happy as she nestled up to Soichi's shoulder.
ここに宗一君と二人でいればいいんだもん。
I can just stay here with you. She didn't close her eyes.
そうしたらきっとここの仕掛けが私たちを殺してくれる。それで全部終わるわ。
If we do that, the fence systems in this room will surely kill us. Then it'll all be over. Huh? At first, Soichi doubted his ears.
私ね、宗一君。宗一君との約束を破って、宗一君を裏切って、あなたと一緒にここで死ぬの。
You see, Soichi, I'm going to break my promise and betray you, so I can die here with you. But Nagisa did indeed say that with a smile. Her happiness didn't fade away in the slightest. Please don't joke like that. If that happens, then what will happen to your family? What will happen to Karin? What happens to the money that'll go to her sister's treatment?
大丈夫。私と宗一君が死んだら、その時点で生存者の数は4人。賞金は1人当たり5億に上がる。かりんちゃんの必要な額に届くわ。
It'll be fine. If you and I die, then that'll leave 4 survivors. That'll leave each of the remaining survivors with 500 million yen. Karin will have all the money she needs. Nagisa gave a small smile as she shook her head, as she nodded. Soichi then admonished her, choosing his words carefully.
私の家族も殺されない。指令はゲームの終了までにあなたを殺すこと。終わる前に私が死ぬんだもの。指令に反することにはならないわ。
Oh, sorry, the last line was, and then she chose her words carefully, slowly, as if rebuking Soichi. And then my family won't be killed. My order was to kill you before the game ended. If I die before the game ends, then I won't be defying my orders. Nice, so you don't need to die a pointless death, too. Why are you saying something like that? Don't you want to go back to your family? Nice, I've been peaceful all this time. When Soichi said that, tears started to well in her eyes.
帰りたいよ、宗一君。家族のところに帰りたい。お父さんやお母さん、姉さんや弟のところに帰りたい。
Of course I want to go back, Soichi. I want to go back to my family. I want to go back to my dad, my mom, my older sister, and my younger brother. Then...
でもね。
But you see... Nagisa looked up at Soichi without wiping her tears.
でも、私、宗一君のこと好きだから。だから、宗一君を殺すのなんて無理なの。
But I love you, Soichi. That's why I can't kill you. Her tears fell. Nagisa's tears fell from her eyes like sparkling gems as she shouted.
今まで何十人も殺した。罵られようと泣かれようと迷わず撃った。でも、宗一君だけはダメなの。
I've killed dozens of people up till now. Even if they cursed me or cried, I shot them without any mercy. But I can't do it to you. You're the only one I can't do it to.
宗一君を殺すんだと思ったら気が変になりそうだった。
When I think about killing you, I feel like I'm about to go crazy. Nagisa wiped her tears once. That didn't stop her tears from continuing.
それに宗一君、私、宗一君がいないところで生きていく自信なんてない。私、宗一君に出会ってこんなに弱くなった。
And I don't have the confidence I'll be able to go on living without you, Soichi. I become so weak after meeting you.
親友だって、愛美だって犠牲にして生きてる私なのに。
Even though I killed my own best friend Manami to live. Nagisa clung to Soichi. She wrapped her arms around him and wept. Like a child who had been left behind by her mother. Her tears shook Soichi.
だからお願い、最後まで一緒にいさせて。もう誰も騙したくないの。もう誰も殺したくないの。
So please, stay with me until the end. Let me stay with you until the end. I don't want to deceive anyone ever again. I don't want to kill anyone ever again.
宗一君と出会った時の私のままでいさせてほしいの。
Let me be the way I was when I met you. Cheerful, spacey, always smiling, and always off in their own little world no matter what happened. That was the Nagisa Kido that Soichi had met. But now she was crying in his arms. She regretted her own past, feared staining her hands with even more sin, and screamed about how she didn't want to be alone.
私には宗一君だけだった。私を分かってくれるのも、私を許してくれるのも。
You're the only one who understands and forgives me.
だからどうか、私一人に生きろなんて、あなたを殺して生きろだなんて言わないで。
So please, don't say anything about telling me to live on my own. Don't say anything about killing you to live. At some point, Soichi also embraced Nagisa back. Her body was slender. Her body was so slender that it felt like she was going to snap, even without the shaking. Please. Her dearest wish, resounded deeply in Soichi's heart. At that moment, he remembered all the times he'd spent with Nagisa one after another. When they first met. When they ran down the hallway together. When she cooked. When they chased after Karin. They supported each other all the way. They'd done it all together. They couldn't find anything they could have done it on their own. That's why she was able to say that without any hesitation. No, sorry. That was why he was able to say those words without any hesitation. That's right. We really have done it together all this time, haven't we? Didn't have to think about it. Those words came straight from his heart. Tears continued running down Nagisa's cheeks. They're different from how they've been up till now. Tears of relief, like a child who'd found lost child who found their parents. Sorry, Nagisa. I was out of my mind. There's no way a carefree idiot like Nagisa would be able to shoot me. What would I do if you carelessly shot me by accident? Huh? Soichi wiped Nagisa's tears as he gave her a smile. You're right, I'm no good at that kind of stuff. Nagisa placed her hand on top of Soichi's and smiled. Her gentle smile and the warmth of her hand seeped into Soichi. You don't do anything anymore. So please stay here, Nagisa. That's right. Didn't I say it to Karin? That she wasn't someone suited for this place? Yeah. And then the two of them kissed. Hold on, taking a quick drink break. After that, the two of them spent several hours doing nothing, just leaning against one another. All they did was talk to each other.
私ね、宗一くん。まなみって名前の親友がいたの。
You know, Soichi, I had a best friend named Manami. Manami? Wasn't that... Soichi had heard that name. Nagisa had said it from time to time. A name she said at special times.
私が殺しちゃった最初の人。
That's right, she was the first person I killed. Nagisa frowned sadly at that moment. Deep regret was etched on her face. Having accepted everything, she quickly returned to her normal smile.
この服とかこういう口調とかまなみのなんだ。私はガサツでずっとあの子に憧れてた。
Alright, these clothes and this way of talking were originally Monami's. I was rough and always looked up to her.
あんな穏やかに優しくなれたらいいなってずっと思ってたんだ。
I always wished I could be just as gentle and kind as her. Then you were more like Karin in the past, then?
カリンちゃんに怒られるよ。そんなこと言ったら。
Karin get mad at you if she heard that.
でもそうカリンちゃんみたいだった。髪も短めで元気だけどちょっと荒っぽくて。
But you're right. I was like Karin. My hair was short. And though I was indeed energetic, I was a little wild too. Nagisa suddenly gave Soichi a little peck on the cheek. Hold on. Yep. She'd been doing that with Soichi for a while. Is it because we've been talking about something the stuff that makes her uneasy? Soichi understood why she was kissing her like that. She always kissed him when she was talking about something sad or painful.
だからわからなかった。あの子が私に銃を向けた時、あの子が何を感じていたのか。
That's why I didn't understand what she was feeling when she pointed a gun at me. And so Soichi gently embraced Nagisa. Nagisa then gently leaned her own cheek against Soichi.
あの子はずっと怖がってた。宗一くんがやってくれてるように誰かに抱きしめてほしかったの。銃なんて撃ちたくなかった。
She was always afraid. She wants someone to hold her, just like you're doing right now. She didn't want to shoot a gun.
銃だって怖くて仕方がないんだもの。なのに私はそれに気づいてあげられなかった。
She was terrified of guns, but I didn't even realize that. Soichi felt a wet sensation on his cheek. Nagisa was crying again.
おかしいね。今はこんなに簡単にわかるのに。でも気づかなかった。宗一くんとカリンちゃんに出会うまでは気づきもしなかった。
But it's strange, isn't it? I understand it so easily now, but I didn't realize it back then. Not until I met you and Karin. Nice, and wrapped her arms around Soichi's neck. She then gently embraced him.
ただこうしてあげればよかった。銃なんて持ってるからできなかった。
But I'm glad we can be like this. I couldn't do it if we were holding a
銃
gun.
なんて投げ捨てて、あの子を抱きしめればよかった。それなのに私は結局銃は離せなかった。
Hold on a second. Oh, sorry, I misread the last line. But I should have done this. I couldn't do it because I was holding a gun. I should have just thrown my gun away and embraced her. And in the end, I couldn't let go of the gun. That's because you were scared too, wasn't it? Of guns and everything that was happening to her.
だから私はあの子を撃ってしまった。でも宗一君、やっぱり私はあの子を裏切ったんだよ。
Yes, that's why I shot her. But in the end, I still betrayed her.
あの子はずっと私に助けを求めていただけだったのに。
Even though she was always seeking help from me. Perhaps because she could accept that now. Nice, now was able to moved away from Soichi and was finally able to give a little smile.
助けてって泣いていたのに、私は銃だけを見てあの子の叫びに耳を貸せなかった。自分のことしか考えなかった。
She was crying for help, but I just saw the gun, paid no and didn't hear her screams. I was only thinking of myself.
宗一君みたいにはできなかった。
I couldn't be like you. Something started welling up in Soichi's heart when he saw that sad look on her face. I can't leave her like this. It was a sense of duty that suddenly appeared in him. I wasn't really thinking of anything that grand, really.
約束があるんだよね。
It's because of your promise to your girlfriend, isn't it? Nice to smile apologetically.
それなのにごめんね。こんな頼り方をして。
Still, I'm sorry for relying on you like this. Hold on a second. If I rely on you as you are now, then you just get mad. Soichi shrugged his shoulders. But really just end the two of us dying like this? Then, just as Soichi thought that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's continue. Wasn't just letting the two of us die this also neglecting her? That thought crossed Soichi's head at the same time. Shouldn't I be thinking of something I can do for her? Is it really okay to just let us die like this? Soichi felt the same sense of duty he had earlier returned to him.
宗一君
Nagisa looked at Soichi with puzzlement. She cocked her head, and at the same time her ribbon swayed with and hair swayed with it. Just then something on the ribbon shined. That's... Which means that those people at that casino thing are hearing what we said. There are lots of wealthy people at that casino watching us. And the people running this show can't defy their wishes. Soichi started laughing. That's right. This can work. It was worth trying.
どうしたの宗一君何か変だった
What's wrong, Soichi? Is something funny? Nagisa began to worry that she'd failed somehow. No, you got it all wrong, Nagisa. I just remember this is all one big game show, that's all. Hey, you guys watching this, let's play a game. Then Soichi began his once-in-a-million-year, bet. Hey, you guys! I know you're listening to me! Soichi quickly remembered how Smith had talked. His expression. He desperately tried to replicate that attitude.
宗一君
Nagisa stared at Soichi in bewilderment, not seeing what he was getting at. But when Soichi grabbed Nagisa's hand, she felt his hand shaking. She quickly shut her mouth. There's a reason for this, isn't there, Soichi? So Nagisa chose to believe in Soichi and squeezed his hand back. Yeah, that's right, I'm telling you people watching this. Soichi gave a smirk. But on the inside, he couldn't stop sweating. Hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second, sorry. Alright, I'm back now. his chances of victory were slim. Soichi had no guarantee that they'd buy into his idea. But if this was a cruel show, then the possibility, no matter how slim it was, still existed. Getting tired of all this slow-paced crap, aren't you? You want to see some exciting fights, don't you? Thrilling fights, don't you? But I'm a fair guy. I'll give you guys a choice. Soichi, you're saying that to the people at the casino? Nagisa was surprised. This game has been played many times before. Occasionally, some players have learned the existence of the Game Master. This was the first time anyone had tried using the Game Master to talk to the people at the casino. Soichi was doing had never been replicated before. Alright, Soichi. I've decided to believe in you. I've decided to always be with you. Do as you will. I'll stick with you no matter what result awaits. Catching on to Soichi's intentions, Nagisa centered the camera at Soichi's face. The people at the casino are probably seeing a close-up of Soichi's face right now. And the customers were surely all astir. Nagisa smiled a little when she thought that. We can just end things like this. But if you ask me, just watching a guy and a girl, sit around doing nothing for a couple more hours sounds really boring. So I'd like to offer a proposal. If you want us to win, then bring my PDA once. Soichi said that as he took out his PDA and held, this time Nagisa turned the camera over towards the Ace PDA. What's this? You don't know how to do it? Soichi purposely put cupped a hand to his ear. Hold on a second. Alright, back. You fools. Just go bother the staff in question and patch us through the Smith. The rest depends on how passionate you guys are. Well, that said, I don't mind letting things end this way either. I've already accomplished what I wanted to. Soichi clapped loudly. Oh. Well, if you're okay with letting things end this way, can you ask Smith to try and make it as painless as possible? That's all I ask for. Bye. At the moment, Soichi waved to the camera and turns back to Nagisa. This PDA ran once as if with perfect timing. I did it! Soichi desperately hid the joy he felt within as he turned back to Nagisa. Well, if that's what you want, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. Let's continue. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys, just like you do. Alright, now listen up. I want to take this girl and leave. But that's almost impossible in this current situation. That's because this Smith bastard has told her to kill me, it seems. You guys hear that? Are you listening? Or did you not hear that? Which is it? If you heard, ring once. If you didn't hear, ring twice. Oh, so you did hear. That makes things easier then. Hold on. I have no way to make them revoke that order. You get what I'm saying? If I do my best to win, then there'll be no need for. Then it'll be pointless for her to betray me and finish me off. So, just then, loud music started playing from Soichi's PDA. So you finally shown yourself, pumpkin bastard? Smith walked onto the center of the screen. Just then, Smith's voice came not just out of the PDA, but also the speakers of the room they were in. Just then, a monitor in the room flipped on, showing Smith's face. Long time no see. My name is Smith. So first, I'd like you to withdraw that order. You know, there's not much point to that order anymore, right? So now it look like she's gonna kill me? Didn't think so. But Soichi just ignored Smith and continued talking. Hey, don't just ignore me and keep on talking. Hello? Soichi? Or if you gotta take it down, I think we can work on a new kind of bet. So have the order revoked. Could you have the order revoked? Have the money you've bet on that returned? Hey Soichi, that's way too bold. Try thinking about my position for a change. I'm not talking to you. I may have called. You came out even though you didn't. I didn't call for you and start talking like you're some big shot. So shut up. Anyway, if you guys are up for my deal, ring the PDA once. This annoying little guy may have come out, but the only one I'm talking to is you guys. You guys decide. Just Soichi upon whether to stop talking or not, the alarm rang once. You sure talk a lot of shit. But you're up for this, aren't you, Smith? You're the one ringing the alarm, aren't you?
わかったよ、宗一君。命令は取り下げるよ。だから頼むから僕の頭越しにお客さんと喋んないで。
Okay, I get it, Soichi. I'll have the order revoked. So please stop talking to the customers over my head.
もう、こっちの迷惑も少しは考えてよ。会場大騒ぎだよ。わかってる？
Try to think about the trouble you're putting me through for a change. The whole place is in uproar. You get that? You're a fine one to talk, Smith. I'll try to think about our troubles for a change. Just then, Nagisa's PDA vibrated. Nagisa gave it a glance, then turned to Soichi and gave him a little nod. So the order's been officially revoked, huh? In that case... Well, you came at a perfect time, Smith. There's something I'd like to ask you. There's a way for both Nagisa and I to win, right? What's the percentage of the bet on that? What's the odds of that? Nagisa once told Soichi. Nagisa once told Soichi that they bet on them like at the casino like horses at a race.
そうだね。まだできたばかりの枠だから300対1ぐらいだよ。さすがに君たちが2人とも勝つってかける人は少ないみたいだね。
Let's see. It's a possibility it's only just opened up, so I'd say 300 to 1. There's not that many people betting on both of you to win. I see now. Soichi crossed his arms. Now I just have one thing to say. Will someone at the casino bet on me? Smith shouted with surprise, but his expression remained the same. It seemed the CG model was too slow to change the expressions in the face of this unexpected turn of events. If someone lends me the money, I'll bet it all on the possibility to... Hold on a second. Sorry, so what I said earlier was someone lend me money. If you lend me it, then I'll bet it all on both me and her winning at the same time.
ちょっと宗一君、君何を言ってるのさ。君が賭けに参加するだって。
Hold on, Soichi. What do you think you're saying? You're playing the bet alongside them? Yeah. And if I win... and if I win, I'll use that money to pay off the rest of her debt and buy her. You can afford to do that much, can't you?
それはそうなんだけどさ。今だと彼女の値段は15億ぐらいするよ。人気あるし、 家族の借金の残りを足すとそんなもんだよ。
Well, yes, but she's worth about hold on a second. She's worth about 1.5 billion yen. You know that? She's popular. That's about as much as her family's debt amounts to. See? Which means I'll need 5 million yen in order to win on those 300 to 1 odds. How about it? If someone gives me 5 million yen, I'll start to act. But if things stay as they are, it'll just end without anything more happening. I think 5 million yen is just pocket change to you guys. So what do you say?
うわー、ちょっと、なんだこりゃ。
Whoa, hold on, what's going on? Smith's voice grew shrill. That's because I didn't have time to change the expression. He still gave the same cheerful smile as always on the screen. What's with all the racket?
宗一君にお金を貸したいって申し出が一気に来て、全部で25億ぐらいあるよ。
We got a whole lot of requests for people wanting to lend money to you. It all totals up to 2.5 billion.
君、ものすごい人気があるみたいだよ。もともとオッズは低めで人気はあったんだけどさ、これはそれどころじゃないよ。
Looks like you're really popular. Normally your odds would be dropping right about now, but it's quite the opposite here. Don't get scared, Smith. Bet that all on our odds to win.
わかった。さすがにこれだけの額ベットするとオッズが下がらないみたい。今すごい勢いで君たちの負けの方にベットされてる。
Got it. With all these bets on you, looks like the odds won't be dropping at all. A lot of people are betting on your odds to lose. That's fine, Smith. That's what this game's all about, isn't it? Smith's expression finally changed when Soichi said that. Smith's shoulders drooped over-exaggeratedly, and he sighed.
宗一君、僕たちは君を見くびっていたよ。とんでもない少年だったね、君は。
Soichi, you're underestimating us, aren't you? You're one hell of a guy. I don't want to hear that from you, Smith. Soichi also over-exaggeratedly shrugged his shoulders.
これだよ。最近の若者はどうなってるんだ？だけど今回は君の勝利に乗るとするよ。
I swear, what's becoming of the state of our current youth? Well, play along with your show.
しかし、この長いゲームの歴史でも賭けの胴元になったプレイヤーは君が初めてだよ。
But still, in the long history of this game, you're the first player to pull a stunt like this.
ま、こんなことがある ゲームはやめられないんだけどね。僕らがこんなことを言うのもなんだけど、健闘を祈るよ。
Well, it's because of a reason like this why the game won't end. I know it sounds odd coming from us, but I wish you the best of luck. Smith then turned to leave, and stopped at the edge of the screen and turned to Soichi.
そこで相談なんだけどさ、これが済んだらうちに就職しない？
By the way, what do you think about working for us once this is all over?
君みたいなエンターテイナーが仲間になってくれるととってもありがたいんだけど。
We'd be grateful to have an entertainer like you as one of us. That depends on you, Smith.
しっかりしてること。じゃあサービス。これから30分間渚ちゃんのヘッドカメラを含めた全ての監視カメラを切る。
I see someone's got his head in the game. And as a freebie, we'll turn off all the monitoring devices on Nagisa for half an hour.
その間に作戦を練ったり装備を整えるんだ。こっちも準備をしておくからさ。
During that time, come up with your plan and arm yourselves. We'll be making our own preparations. Are you sure about this?
賭けに参加している人間には公平であるべし。君はプレイヤーでもあり、同時にカジノのお客の一人でもあるんだよ。
We're fair to those who bet. You're both a player and a customer of the casino. Smith smile of amusement. Laugh of amusement, but then his laugh suddenly stopped.
本当にうちに就職しない？
Hey Soichi, are you really sure you won't work for us? Is the money really that huge?
今年一番かな。
Yeah, the biggest bet of this year, maybe. And just pray that we win.
そうするよ。ほんじゃまたね。
I'll do just that. Well then, see you later. Smith then disappeared from the screen, and the monitor turned off immediately afterwards. The speaker playing music also fell silent. Just then, Soichi heaved a deep sigh and fell and sat on the floor.
そういちくん。
I think I shaved off a few years of my life there. Soichi sprawled out on the ground. His heart was pounding so loud and his head throbbed with tension. I'm really not cut out for show business. The strength left Soichi's body as he made a wry smile. Right now, he was so terrified he couldn't even begin to imagine it.
そういちくんのバカ。
You idiot! Nagisa ran over to Soichi and looked at his face.
あんな危ないことして組織に目をつけられたらどうするつもりだったの？
That was really risky. What are you gonna do if the organization sets their sights on you? If it doesn't work out, we'll just go with the initial plan. There's no need to worry so much.
だからって私に心配させないで。
Even so, don't make me worry. Nagisa was crying. She wrapped her hands around Soichi's own hand and shook it up and down. This is to get you out of here. I have to push myself a little for that. Soichi sat his body up and smiled at Nagisa.
私宗一君に変われるんだね。
So you're gonna buy me, are you, Soichi? Well, on paper, anyway.
きっと借金の方に連れて行かれてひどい目に遭わされるんだわ。
It's gonna be a lot of trouble having to even bring someone with a debt on them. Soichi laughed, but then quickly grew serious again. They didn't have time to be laughing. Let's just work together for a little while longer, Nagisa.
なかなか簡単には終わらないね。
It won't end just that easily, will it? That's just how it works.
そうだね。
Yeah, you're right. Two of them took each other's hand and stood up. So what are we gonna do now?
正攻法は無理だと思う。ちょっと変化球になるけど、手がないことはないわ。
A front attack. I don't think a frontal attack's gonna do us any good. It's a bit of a curveball, but it's not like we're completely out of options. Let's go with this.
宗一君、
Let's go with that.
内容も聞かずに決めていいの？
Let's go with that. Soichi, you sure you just want to decide without hearing me out first? Nagisa smiled. Well, I've already bet on you.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Two of them then began to formulate their plan of attack. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point for now because after this we're going to probably go into the end game for this chapter, and so it's probably a good starting point. I mean stopping point for now, and it's a good starting point for next time. So we'll pick off here next time. Next episode will probably be about a 3-hour length episode in order to make it to the end of this route. So I'll plan for that. So until next time, I'll see you later. I might probably be doing this tomorrow, but we'll see.